Can you hear me now? Hopefully you can hear me now. Just TikTokers can hear me. No sound, Tony, says Connie. You got haircut, looks great. Brenda, I've got a story for you. Hopefully sound will come on now. I didn't turn it on. I'm on now though. Yes, Sue says. Right, so you're all looking at the wig thinking she's had her ears lowered. I have. But guess what? Just before we get into story time, let me just put these sleeves up a little bit. Let's get these out of the way. So what's happened basically is, oh yeah, you can hear me now. So rather than not go live at all, we've got no graphics. So you're just going to have to bear with. I'm just going to have to showcase. Thank you, darling. Cheers. Ta ta ta. Thank you very much. So I didn't put sound on, so I'll talk it to me then, you know, just a basic. Sound's on now though. A day in my life. Just shoot the door, please, darling. Thank you. So, hey, Tony, says Rebecca. I hope the little boy's okay, sweetheart. So, quick story time for you. Quick, before I introduce me then and we talk about craft. So, the wig, okay. So, what happened was, it were about, I don't know, just probably 5 inch. So basically it were all dead on the ends, and I bought all the treatments and all the expensive stuff to put the condition back in the ends. And you know what, the older you get, the more your hair starts to look a little bit more like unhealthy, straw-like. And I was buying all the gear and it were doing diddly. It were doing absolutely no, and I hate wasting money. So I just said to my son, have you got your skull scissors in your bag? He's like, yeah. Right. You know, the scissors that don't cut through paper, them ones. Yeah, just gives them here. So I went like this at the back. I pulled it to the side. I twisted it like this, and to the point where it didn't feel healthy and it were all straw-like, and I just went, well, I had to go. And I packed it, and then I did the same, twisted this side round like this, getting all of the hearts already. And I just went, now they're not level. As you can see, this side's way longer than this side. But if you just give it a good old finger through, who cares? It's short, it's not too short, it's still long, but ta-da! A day in the life of Toni Darroch. So there we go, hacked it myself. I was sick of it. Liked and shared, says Cheryl. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Toni Darroch, and this is the amazing place to come for craft, not hair tips. Because you're in the wrong place if you want to cut your hair. I don't know if I've cut it right or not. I know it's like that at the back, but nobody cares, right? There's more to life than hair. Michaela says, Tony, you didn't? Yes, I did, Michaela. It's all, as you can see, it's all different lengths. Some might call it a midlife crisis. Some might call it being ballsy. Today I'm ballsy. I put my phone on silent. So, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Toni Darroch, and this is a How to Craft Network studio where we solely focus on craft and inspiration and good stuff like that. So, let's have a look here. Hang on a minute, we've got something going on. Wow, you're brave. Well, and the scissors, well, they don't cut through paper because the kids' scissors, right? So it will like, kept going. But anyway, let's have a look. Have I missed something? I use... Really good for long hair, Natalie says. Right, okay. I just think it'd just damage, you know, it's just sick of it. And I have done a month off heat as well to try and help it, but I'm just sick of it. Right, okay, I've just missed something there. Shock she has cancer, Ronald says. Can somebody please tell me what I've missed there? Who has? Is it one of our lovely ladies or gents in our group? Do we need to reach out? What have I missed? Oh... Somebody tell me again, please, because I can't sift through all of those lots and lots of comments. So let's just do a quick shout out. So I do have some demos tonight for a lovely lady in the States who, this is what happens, you see. If you scan the QR code, I'll put the heater back on now. If you scan the QR code and there's nothing there, it means I haven't had time. But what it does mean is you can message us on social media and say, hey, I bought these, can you inspire me? Well, that's what's happened, right? So one of the ladies has reached out to Karen and said, I've gone on this QR code. I'm having difficulty with it. Only one of them's got inspiration and the ones that I bought haven't. Well, let's inspire you. So Karen said, send a picture of what you bought. So I'm going to inspire you. I have it down here. So I hope that lady's on. Please forgive me, I can't remember the lady's name. But we'll do some crafting with those products now. Just because we sell products in the States does not mean we can't inspire you. And it goes the same for the UK as well. So if you are brand new, we are about 15 years old craft company, family business who just sell on all digital platforms worldwide. And you can catch me in most places. You can catch me in actually the best places. So you can catch me on HTCN, the biggest shopping channel in the world. QVC, the sister channel. Ideal World, which is a brand new project for Stamps by Me. You can also catch me on one of the biggest wholesalers in the USA, which is Simon Says Stamp as well. And you can catch us everywhere in the UK. So we are quite proud of the fact that we are in all of the best places. Tick, 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 tick. So check those out if you are looking for Stamps by Me product. Now let's have a look. Have I missed it again? Sorry, I'm asking you to repeat. Oh, Ronald's mum's just passed away. Ronald, what do I say? We are thinking about you, sweetheart. Such a hard thing when you lose a loved one. It is so hard. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and probably everybody on this chat can relate in one way or another. We do have our app. Come and talk to us. It doesn't have to be about craft. Stay connected with your crafty friends, because if there's one thing I've learned over time, and that is connecting. Stay connected with your friends and family. It is a great distraction, okay? So try and do that if you can. But if you need us, you know where we are. Cyber hug, says Donna in Texas. Oh, that's super kind. Thank you, guys. We all look after each other here. And we're all here to hold each other's hands when things are not great either. It's not always sunshine and rainbows. We totally get that here at Stamps by Me. So, stay connected, Ronald. Right, so what are we going to touch on today? We're going to touch on some stamps. We're going to touch on some older items as well, which is brilliant, because if you bought them and they're in your drawer, we're going to touch on them again, and I'm going to inspire you again to use them in a different way. Kathy, what you need to do is either if you ask me to do inspiration on this chat, it's just gonna get lost. Okay, so either message me or Karen, or fill out the inspiration bubble. So when you go for inspiration or you scan that QR code, if there's nothing there, it throws a bubble up at you and it says inspiration bubble, and you can put in the name of the product and what you'd like inspiration on, and it'll come through to me on an email. Otherwise, it'll just get lost on here, sweetheart, and you'll be asking me every single week, and I will have forgotten. I can promise you that. So, what have we got to talk about this week? So, because it's craft and chat, remember, and I will get into demos. You just have to be patient. So, what happened last week? We went to Ideal World, and we had another successful show, which is awesome, right? And I believe some of you, or most of you, have got your orders. Did we sort it out? Is it better? Woohoo! I think we did. Some of the issues have fallen out of the back of it again, but that's for my learning, not your learning. I was in the wrong this time, not Ideal World. I'll take it on the chin for now. But yeah, so fingers crossed you've all got it and you're all playing with your goodies. So that's made me very happy. Hopefully if you haven't got them yet, you'll get them within the next few days, because there has been, I think some people got them as early as Friday and Saturday, which is awesome, right? We did really put the pressure on Ideal World. Like, my customers will wait 2 weeks for the first time knowing that it's a new run, but they won't do it for a second. You need to make sure these orders go out the door as quickly as possible, and they did. They really did, and I have emailed them to thank them as well. So, you know, teamwork. It was so good at Ideal World, got my order already. Brilliant, brilliant. Connie says, got hers, and Imal's on the way as well. Connie says, oops, Imal. So I am on all platforms. So I'm on TikTok. The lovely guys are playing finger tapping on the TikTok to get me the hearts. Now, I will say to you, and this is no pressure at all, but if you do TikTok, my TikTok shop has savings galore, and that's not from me. TikTok are pushing my store. So if you are a TikToker, most of you are not, and there's no pressure to do so. But if you are, go and check out TikTok shop. Got Imala stamps on there at £7. Free delivery if you spend 10. So make sure you check, cause and TikTok hasn't got all of the latest products either. We don't sell them full price with myself and then put them on there to reduce. That's not how it happens. It's some of our earlier designs, but the savings are totally awesome, so check those out. So Cheryl says my sister got hers and they've had a lovely play this weekend, but don't forget to post your makes. We like to see your makes. You've got yours but not played yet. Dinner's in the oven. Ooh. So let me know what you're having for your dinner. Is the weather nice? I'm getting hungry myself. Now, what's for my tea tonight? Lasagna. Homemade from scratch. All of the sauces homemade. Tim likes to cook, as you all know. Not me, but he's brilliant. So wherever you are, can we like and share? Because we'll do a giveaway. We'll do a voucher giveaway. If you're on TikTok, repost as much as you can. Share the love of craft, hearts, whatever it may be. And if I've gone off air, if you can pop a comment underneath the video when I've gone off air, that helps the algorithm and pushes my channel also. So that would be awesome. Just had fajitas, says Elaine. Elaine's going to pick the winner tonight, so make sure you can try and share wherever you are on whichever platform. I don't have Facebook up at the moment. As I said, we struggled to get live with the graphics, so we just went live with what we've got. So let's have a look. So sorry, so we have had Ideal World, touch wood. Things seem to have gone okay. Not perfect, but okay. The next thing I want to talk to you all about is the week ahead, because I always like to tell you what's happening. So on Wednesday we'll have tomorrow we have Deal Hunters. Now remember, as of April, I said to you all, Deal Hunters was changing from Wednesdays to Tuesdays, because Wednesdays is the day I'm on Ideal World, and I didn't want to mess you around with hit miss, hit miss, hit miss. So we've moved Deal Hunters to Tuesdays, so that will be on tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And then we have our one-day special on Friday as well. So I'm super excited about everything this week. Got lots of things happening. It's all very, very good. So I'm not going to show you any new product. And the reason I'm not doing that is because you've all just spent heavy on Ideal World on a big bundle. And I don't want to overwhelm you with product. I'd like to play with that product first. And we have Imala as well. We've done that one on Friday, which was quite a big bundle as well. So we're not going to be showcasing any product today at all. So play with what you've got. Let's get it out the packet and use it, because it's time to take a breather and you sort of like appreciate the good stuff that we've had delivered, right? You know, you can go and top up on card blanks on the website, whatever it may be. If you want to shop, of course you can shop, but I'm not going to shove it down your throat, because I want you to play with the good stuff that you've had delivered this week. Connie says, I'm so pleased it's all happening for you, Tony. Listen, I've had some rubbish news as well this week, and I've had some great news, so it is what it is. Right, the two things that we're going to touch on, guys, from that lovely lady. Is the lady on her? She said she's on. I hope she is. If not, I'll send her the link afterward. But in the pictures, she had this lovely embossing folder and the paper collection. Forgive me, mine's messy. Let's just show you on overhead here. So it was this one that went to HTCN for my Crafting with Suzanne. It was this one with all of the vintage papers on here, and then the embossing folder as well. So we're going to play with this, hopefully. What it looks like, I've no idea, but I'm quite good at inspiration, I think, anyway. Off the cuff inspiration as well. So Pauline's having homemade chili tonight. It's lovely stuff. Homemade lasagna sounds wonderful. It's rained yesterday and today it's a bit chilly, which is not the norm here on the Gulf Coast of Texas, says Donna. Donna, was it you, sweetheart, that asked me for this inspiration? Did you message Karen? Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. So let's show you some inspiration and then let's have a play. I have actually got two collections here, guys. So if you have these products of old, so you've had them a while, you haven't had them out the bag, or you've had them and only used them once, then come on, let's get them dug out. Now, I do know that some of the paper, that paper collection's on TikTok shop too. So if you like it, you can check it out on there. But then we have Serendipity. Woohoo! Serendipity, which is this one, which I'm going to use as well. And it comes with a second stamp as well, which is Fly Away. But we're not going to use the Fly Away. I'm just going to, I might do. We'll see how it goes. So let's just show you some samples. First of all, let's just move it out of the way, so it's not in shot. Oh. There we go. So let's show you some samples for the paper and the embossing folder. These papers are beautiful. Right, so I'm going to encourage you all to dig them out today or tomorrow maybe. Right, so let's have a look at some of these samples. I'll just show them on the front. I'll just show you on the front for now. It's just easier. So these are the papers, and then you get that 3D. You can 3D them if you want to. These papers are cards in a box. Don't need anything else. Just use the paper and utilise all of the stamps that you have in your stash to just create beautiful sort of vintage cards. Use your stencils, embossing folders. Don't need any work at all, but I am going to inspire you somehow. Having pie and mash, says Ronald. Good for you. Bit of gravy, I hope as well. Bit of gravy. So this one's nice, just with the pattern paper, the all surfaces paper in the background. So if you love craft and you've found us on TikTok, where have you been all our lives? And then with the embossing folders, I'll try and show you one that really pops from the page. If I tilt that right forward, you can look at that dimension there. You can see that lovely dimension in there as well. Very beautiful paper, says Connie. Denise says, I got Serendipity in the £45 hot pick. Did you now? That's why I've got none to sell then, is it? Because somebody put them in a hot pick. Lucky you, not so lucky me. Because so many people wanted it after. I was like, why have we got none left? That's why, is it? Right, so that's the samples for that one. And let's have a look at some for Serendipity, because some of you have already got this one. Maybe you've purchased it. So Serendipity is that big stamp. That big like mosaic type style stamp on there. So let me show you the samples. We'll demo this one first, I think. Pop that down just for now. Oh, there. Do you know, I was looking for my sentiment then, because I've got a sentiment. Okay. So let's have a look at some samples. So this is a great colouring stamp, so you can just colour it if you want to. What about your bright and vibrant colours? This one's beautiful. Just lift those wings. Gold embossed. So you can see the detail there. And then just using the little mini ones with the add-ons on there, you could just use them in with your pretty papers. Now what I think we will do is, the lady who sent asking for inspiration, she sent this set and the other set, so I think we should use them both together. What do we think? We've got pattern paper, we've got Serendipity, we've got, well, there's just so much to go at. Let's do it, come on. So what am I doing? Let's just get rid of these for now. So we're going to need a card blank, but I've already got an idea. So let's get a card blank. What colour shall we have? What's this one? Oh, I've got a teal one here, look. Right, pattern papers. Now, that is an, look at that. Nice, right? Sorry you're late, Tina. Detention for you, lovely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these pattern papers. Which one do I love the most? I quite like this one with the roses on, all the roses on. So, right, first of all, let's get my Eureka and stamp this beautiful Serendipity stamp. Donna in Texas, what inks are, oh, just missed that. What inks or pencils do you recommend for iCarvel scrapbooking? So, iCarvel, I would recommend your Prisma pens. Pencils are the best. They're what I've got up there just in front of me there. Oil-based pencils are blooming brilliant. But I think probably with archival ink, as long as you're not using water, you're good really. Unless anybody knows actual formulas, that's my experience of it anyway. So I have Serendipity here. We also have an ink do's and don'ts list on the Eureka fan page as well. What lady was it? Donna. Donna, check that out. Like what inks to use for what. I'm just pulling my hair around here so you can't see how uneven it is at the back. You're like, Toni, you are a plonker, honestly. Sometimes, do you worry about me? Do you all worry about me sometimes? I know Michaela worries about me. No, she doesn't really. She doesn't really. So let's stamp out this stamp. This is a nice stamp, and we'll just stamp it out in black. So the stamp looks beautiful on its own, right? Here's one I did for Crafting with Suzanne, and it's in gold emboss. Look at that. Look at the detail. It's such a beautiful stamp, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp this stamp. I'm just going to do it in black, okay, for now. So I'm back on Ideal World on the 16th of April. So that's all exciting again. So I'm just using a black ink pad here. Oh, everything's rat-a-tat-a-tatting. Rat-a-tat-tat. Is everyone good though? Is everyone good? Hopefully everyone's okay. So let's just stamp this down. I'll just show you here so you can see overhead. Just ink up that centre a little bit better. Don't worry if you can't share. So we'll pick a winner for a voucher to spend. Do you know, guys, it seems really crazy to say this, but you know, Stamps by Me is in such a good place. You know, just I digress a little bit in the middle of this demo, but you know, I always talk to you about achievements, goals, and you know, when things have not gone to plan, I always tell you all. But you know, Stamps by Me is in such a positive place right now. Ideal World is just getting better. I know we've only done 2 shows. There's still going to be a lot of learning out of it all. So that's all right. HSN's just rocking and they're investing in me. QVC, I've got shows every month to the end of the year nearly now. So that's like looking after itself. Studio's doing okay. Do you know, there's nothing, you know, like before when you have goals as a company, you have like a bucket list and the dream would be A, B, C, and you have all these things on your list. Literally, I don't have anything on the list. Everything I ever wanted to achieve as a company, I'm doing. I don't think there's anything else we could possibly do other than grow the following, which you all know about. So I just wanted to let you know that. Now I've got time to cut my own wig. Oh, hang on a minute, just missed a thing there. Where is your stamp holder from? Do you mean the tool? So, do you mean the tool, Sarah? Let me know. Yes, the one you're using now. It's on the website on mine. I can't say the name, but just look at my name in the top corner. That's my website without getting a violation. It's called the Eureka. So what we've done is we've stamped that out. So I've got that lovely crisp design on there. Just want to show you though, guys, if you take a die cut, I've done this with my scissors, but if you take a circular die, you can take the centre out of here. Look at that. So you could do 3D as well. So just bear that in mind. 3D it from the stamp. Just show you an overhead too. Really cool, really pretty. It's not that hard to cut out either. So just bear that in mind as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cut this down with my guillotine. So I'm going to make it an equal square. Sorry, I'm missing all comments now. Oh, crikey. I don't know what happened there, guys, but I've missed a ton of comments. Daryl, hey up. Hey up, all on best behaviour, Daryl's on. What's on QVC? So it's predominantly, Kathy, very similar to what we have on in HSN and here in the UK. We just change up the bundles to meet the criteria for the sort of like country, because German needs German sentiments and HSN are a different sort of like collection of people. Everybody has their own sort of like buying customers, and they're all different. So it's very similar but changed up to suit the country, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to cut this down. Anita says, you deserve everything, so that's really kind. Thank you so much. Do I deserve a lasagna tonight? I think I do. I think I do. Pat says the delivery was quick this time. It was, Pat. We worked so hard to ensure that happened. Couldn't have 2 deliveries like taking 2 weeks. No, there's no charge to send hearts. I think you just tap the screen and it'll send hearts, Natalie. Tina, yes, it was sorted today. Oh, Becky's telling you there, you just tap the screen and it'll send some hearts. I'm already at 9.8k hearts. Woohoo! So what we're going to do with this, guys, is I'm going to sort of like see how wide it is. So it's just under 6 there. So if we cut it 2 and a bit, let me just trim it off properly. I'm going to try and just get some equal squares at the minute. It doesn't have to be, and I'm going to cut them by eye. So I'm just going to go 1 down the centre. Cut it into 4. This is just a different way to utilise it. Don't have to be equal, not in my world. So now we've got 4 sort of like squares of the design here. And I'm also going to take one of the flowers, which I love, which is probably go for this one. Go for this one maybe. And what I'll do is we'll cut this into a panel. Let's do a panel. So just to show you that we do not have to always use everything as it's built. So I've got 2 panels now, right? So I'm just going to grab some card to mat and layer. Always gives us thumbs up on YouTube. So that's brilliant. Elaine says, has Tim made his own garlic bread? No, he hasn't actually. Look, if I'm completely honest, I love the cooking. I love the food. I hate the clean up after. It takes us long to clean up because he uses every fork, every knife. You can imagine. So I sit there eating it thinking, now I've got to go clean it up. Actually, no, he's getting better and he cleans it up himself now. I'll do it. He enjoys cooking that much, actually. So I've got 2 pieces of mirror board here, just out my stash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mat and layer these pieces onto some mirror board. So let's show you what I'm going to do. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to frame. Let's use a tape pen. Let's just get these onto here. So I'm just going to give them a nice sort of like outer edge. I'm going to cut them down though. It's lovely. Some of the ladies that are on now, like Cheryl and everybody over on TikTok, have been with me since I started sort of like TikTok. I've only been on it a few months. But like every time they're like first to have a conversation. I've had a lovely chat with Cheryl in today on my own because nobody came on the live, which is fine, right? You got to start at the bottom and work your way up, guys. Organic growth. You've heard me say it hundreds of millions of times. Organic growth. Well, that's what I'm doing with TikTok. Nobody's watching at the minute. Stick with it though, guys. So let's just cut these. Let's just cut this down. Just giving myself that sort of like gold border around. You cut yours straighter than mine. Just trying to get it straight as I can. It's not proving great at the moment. Glasses would be helpful. So Nicole says, question, the classes, are they live? They are live. We send you the link and it says the date and time. And we do it live together, but a lot of people just save the link and just do it in their own time. They actually watch the show live and then go and take the link away with them and do it themselves. A lot of people don't actually craft live with me. They just come and chew my ear off, actually. No, they don't. They ask questions as we go along, so then when they do actually do it, everything's covered. And then also as well, they let me make all the mistakes. So we have 3, 4. Now just get rid of these for now. And what I am going to do is I'm going to bring these 2 in, and these are getting matte and lead as well, so we can now start pulling the card together. So these are my little squares all matte and lead on the gold. Yeah, it's a school holiday, so it's a big ask to ask Tom to sit in work for the full 8 hours. So it's really difficult, but he understands. So, and we've been out in the sun today. So this one's now got that nice border on there. Looks like a bookmark actually, doesn't it? You could actually punch a hole in there and do a nice bookmark tag. Oh, I need another sheet now. And then we'll put this one on too. Got plenty of charge on TikTok this week as well, so I don't have to cut you short. Has anybody got any questions? Have I forgotten to tell you all about oat? I think I've told you all. classes are brilliant, says Connie. We do love our classes, don't we, Connie? So I've done the 2 panels and the 4 squares. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to tie all of this together on a card. Now the card blank is going to look awesome because it's teal. So, and the pattern paper we've got in the collection's got that tone of teal in there too. So now what we need to do is we need to get something on here. So let's just push all of those to one side. Let's get another piece of that nice, hopefully I've got another piece of that colour. I have. So let's do, what we're going to do is we're going to do a gold piece. In fact, I might actually go bigger as well with a piece of black. So I've got another little cheeky demo as well, which I have actually done a little bit of work on, which we'll do straight after this one as well. So this is basically a bit of cutting. We like to do a bit of cutting, right? Just mark it with my finger. So we've got the nice black. Might have to take a little bit more off that. Didn't cut that very straight, did I? Don't look like I'm cutting out straight tonight, guys. So Natalie's put, question. I know you're very busy, but will you and Sarah get to do a different craft battle soon? Really enjoyed watching you do the different things. So what's happened there is Sarah has, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but Sarah is now on Highlight Crafts, which is another craft company, with her new designs. And because she's so busy there, something else has had to give, and unfortunately I've become secondary, and that's no fault of hers. It's just super duper busy, and I know myself, when you're just super duper busy, you just can't fit everyone in. So hopefully soon, but I can't promise, and I don't want to distract her from something she's absolutely enjoying as well at the moment. So we'll see how it goes. I'll try. I will certainly try. So I have now a piece of teal, black, and a mirror board piece in there. So let's pop this on here. Can we do some DL cards? Now, I asked that question and I did a poll, Nancy, on DL cards, and nobody clicked it. So I've never had any med, because I don't want to be stuck with a load of DL cards. But if that's changed, if I do another poll and people do want slimline DL cards, I will absolutely spend some money on some DL cards. I have just had a delivery of new card blanks as well, different sizes. So some more sizes that have fit in for our lovely USA customers, smaller ones, which I know a lot of you in the UK have been asking for too, because you want to do smaller cards. So we've got a craft colour, which is one of our new colours. We've got white and cream, and I'm not sure if I've got another one. And you'll all be interested, well, you'll be excited to know as well, my lovely supplier had a ton of stock in her warehouse that it was just overstock of some vellums, some other bits and pieces. And she said to me, oh, Toni, thanks for being such a great customer, you can have it. I was like, are you joking? I thought that was really kind of her. She's like, well, you're going to have to pay for the delivery, aren't you? And delivery is like eye-wateringly expensive. But if you would like it, we'll add it in with your order. I was like, that's so kind. Anyway, it's come, and it's really nice, guys. So what I'll do is I'll put bundles together. I'll put it in with something else, and you'll get basically what she sent me for free. I'll give it to you for free. So that's really nice of her. I love it when people do that, because it is actually teamwork, right? So love your card blanks, says Nancy. Thank you. They're on a special on TikTok as well, I think. So if you are on TikTok. Right, so let's have a play with our sort of like our pictures here now. We can build. So let's have a look. So here I'm just going to place and play. Now, faffing, some might call it faffing, we call it crafting, right? Might not have to use all of my pieces. Like a jigsaw maybe. Don't be afraid to sort of like, just be creative. There are literally no rules with craft, we know that, right? If you're having fun, we don't really care what anybody else thinks. Do we agree? That's what I say anyway. If I watch my son crafting and he's got a smile on his face, but I know what he's making is absolute chaos, at least he's happy. Nobody cares, right? He's happy. So let's maybe just try and get another one. And put that a little bit further in so it's not sort of like perfect. I quite like that. It's not finished though, we have a couple of sentiments as well. Did have another sentiment as well. Let's get this stuck down. Let's see if I've got any pads. Fingers crossed I have some pads. Oh, please tell me I have some pads. Or is it going to be everything but? I'll tell you what does happen. I take the pads everywhere with me now. Oh, I've got these. Oh, that's another thing I want to tell you about as well. Now, these have been in here for about a month. So I have a load of these in warehouse, right? But they're really thin, and I mean thin. Let me show you. Would anybody want pads that thin? They're a mil, I think. If you would, I'll put them up website, cheap. But they're a roll of. We've got them in warehouse. They're good. They're just only a mil, which is quite thin. Every time I've been live, I've been meaning to tell you about these. I don't know what postage you'd be on that like. It won't go through a letterbox, I know that. So I'm just going to use these for now. They're only a mil. But anyway, so let's put our bottom two flat. I've lost my placement now. Right, let's stick this one flat. And let's put this one flat. Double or treble up, yeah. I'll do them cheap enough so it won't cost you. I'll speak to Becky this week about it, see if we can dig them out. I just put them away. I was like, no, they're just 1 mil. Who wants a 1 mil? Why have I bought them? That is just ridiculous. Put them in warehouse along with all rest of stuff that I've bought by mistake or made errors on. Oh, Kathy loves them. Yes, please. Right, so let's put some pads behind this one. I suppose some people use them. Let me. The other thing I don't like as well is, mind you, it's just me. It's just me. If you know you're going to use them, you buy them, can't you? I mean, how much are there? Somebody tell me how much there should be. Right, so I've got this up here. We'll pop this detailed. And then, okay, we'll double pad this one. Love your card blanks. One. You watch now, these are going to fly out door, and then I'm just going to go, I'll keep some for myself, because if everybody's buying them, they must be good. Right? Is that what we normally do? Everybody's buying them, so we all need them, right? So I'm going to double up. I'm going to put another one on top. It would help if you started the roll properly, Tony, rather than just cheating the system. Double padded, look at that. Better if you're posting, yeah, unless you double up like me. So then we'll put our lovely panel. Do the fold in half, let's have a look. They fold in half, guys. That's a good one, isn't it? Now the 40 quid. The fold in half, so they're going on a 40 quid. Oh. Now I've got my card like so. So that is one way of chopping up that super duper large stamp and utilising it in 4 pieces. You could have, you only had to use 2 if you wanted to. And then probably what I would do then is I would take a sparkle pen or a coloured pen, maybe a pink or a purple. I've got a light colour here, like so, and just get the light, not too much. And I would tie the pink or the purple from here into the stamp itself. This is a bit bright, but just for example, guys, you get the idea. And just paint the detail in all different colours which mimic that pattern paper there. That's got sparkle on it, which is really nice. So you could sort of like tie it all together yourself, which is wonderful, right? So that's just one way of using it. The second way that I just want to show you very quickly before we do a winner. Ellen says she really likes that. And it's a great way to use your offcuts as well, so don't be... You do yours straight at home. And you could mimic the colour match. That doesn't match that colour I've just put on there, but just for example. And then let's just show you another. So I did this one with the heat emboss, which is beautiful. I haven't actually heat set it properly. There's 2 patches there. This one. But if you just did it in black like I showed you earlier, and you cut away the centre with a die cut, like so, you can do sort of like the gold and twist. So you get like the detail, the gold at the back and the white at the front, or vice versa at the back. Okay, you can also do the gold and then the center that you take out here you can pop on top, just to show. So you have options with, you know, so you could put pads under this piece here and raise it as well. But equally, if you did the gold and cut the gold out, you could put it on black. Or if you take a smaller card, let me just see if I've got a smaller card for you all. If not, we'll make one. Oh, we have got a nice grey card here actually. Let's use a grey. We haven't touched on grey for a long time. Grey is just like the colour that goes with everything, right? So let's just get a grey card. So just like a grey card, and then if we cut this one in half, so we've got a little miniature card now, so not as big. And if you do say, oh, we've got this panel look, for example, if you do a panel down the side, you could pop him just on there like a trim. The card needs to be bigger, but can you see the idea where we're going with that? That's not good enough. But let me just grab, let's just cut this to show you another little hack. And let's use our off-cut papers. Now I'm getting carried away. Now you're just showing off. Right, so let's just make a thin panel here. So we have a panel, and we'll put the panel onto the gold. So it's at the top, and at the bottom. Then we'll trim this so we've got a nice strip of gold. Like so. And then in its simplest form, let me just trim that down. So we have our card blank, we have our piece we've cut out. Let's just keep that as one piece, turn it over. I feel like I'm crafting on my own now. I'm literally just going for it. It's not a bad thing, right guys? So you do the panel through and then we turn the card over and we'll get our scissors. Lovely with grey too. I know, cool, right? And then we'll trim off this excess. But this excess, don't forget, can go on another card. And you have a butterfly. So the detail's sort of like carried through. And then I'm just gonna pull that centre off there and just show you, pretend it's on grey. Like so. So you just to show you that, you know, the smallest of cards sometimes don't need a lot of work. And then you have your grey panel as well. So you could have had a square. What do we think? So I think the, and then this piece here, I would not waste that because this is not stuck. Let's just move it. I would then bring this into the centre of my card and add the detail on the inner part so it's not wasted. So I've got detail on the inside too, or at the bottom. Just gives a nice finish to your card as well. So there we go. Few little options for you there with your stamps. Nothing too creative, nothing, you know, out there really, just quite plain and simple with your card making. So that's it. I gotta love you all and leave you all. Shall we do a winner? Hey, shall we do a winner? Let's just move these out of the way. I hope that's okay to the lady that asked for a little bit of inspiration. Like I say, these kits are not overcomplicated. They're designed to be quite easy, but if you do want to overcomplicate them and step into the realms of technique based, then of course you can do that as well. I will tell you though, if you are wanting even more inspiration, if you go to the Eureka fan page, Facebook page, and at the top it says media and albums. If you click into there, Karen and the team put dedicated chapters together of all the things that we've launched, and you will be able to see a chapter in there of all of the samples that I've shown you in these boxes in the page as well. Some people forget that the design team pull all of those together, so don't forget about those because there's tons of inspiration in there. Also, there will be how-to guides. So if you go to the top of our website, click inspiration, click down, it says how-to guides, picture by picture, step by step how-to guides from Karen as well, and then the QR code as well. So hopefully we tick a box in one of our inspirational corners for you all, hopefully. But if we don't, like today, you can ask me to do something and play around with them. So that's it. Oh, and Shannon says you can get inspiration on Pinterest because the design team do that for me too. So let's see if we've got a winner. Hey, lovely. That's the design team. I've picked a winner. Okay, so the lady tonight, if I call your name out, it's a lady by the way, if I call your name out, you've won a voucher to spend on the website. You can spend it however you want. You don't have to buy something from the website to get the voucher. Just go and spend the voucher if you want to, okay? So tonight's winner is Anita Ellis. Anita Ellis, you are tonight's winner. So if you message me or Elaine or Karen, mind you, Karen's on annual leave, so me or Elaine, we will get that code over to you to spend on the website. So that's it. I'm going to love you all and leave you all. Lovely to have your company. Don't forget I'm live tomorrow at 1 p.m. for our Deal Hunter show. And that's it. Lasagna time. I'll see you all later, guys. Take care.